Atlantic Sounds in Daytona, Florida. I was just in there picking up some stuff, so let's see what I got. Second visit, I was here years ago. Greetings, y'all. Welcome to another video. Today we are talking about my visit recently to Atlantic Sounds in Daytona Beach, Florida. Second visit to Atlantic Sounds. I went there, I think the first time was in like 2015. I'm pretty sure. I think I bought the Rancid album, the vinyl of Indestructible there, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's what I picked up there. It's been a while, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But it's a really cool store. It's been there a long time. I think maybe it opened in the 80s, and it feels like one of those stores that have been there forever, you know. Really great selection. Speaking of Rancid, I do recall, and this visit was no different, like they just have a pretty good selection of like punk stuff specifically, you know. New, used vinyl, CDs. The new stuff, the new CDs, new vinyl is all priced pretty, you know, reasonably, what you'd expect. Used vinyls priced pretty good. A lot of the used CDs, I was a little surprised by some of the prices. They were a little bit on the high end, I thought. I saw a lot of them that were like, you know, $7, $7.99, stuff like that. I mean, it seemed like, you know, maybe $5.99 was sort of like the starting. It was just, you know, a little odd. I just thought, you know, that some of the used CD prices were a little bit on the higher end, but you know, it's a really cool shop. Like I said, great selection. Definitely worth a visit if you're in Daytona Beach. So let's take a look at what I picked up. 1973, we get Jimmy Cliff's album Unlimited. This is brand new, $9.99, you see, and haven't even opened it yet, so let's open it up. Okay, we got the plastic off. Unlimited, Jimmy Cliff, reggae legend. I've seen him live a few times. I have a lot of his stuff. Now, this is going to seem a little foolish to probably a lot of you out there. Some people might get where I'm talking about, but I actually have this already. I picked it up a handful of years ago, but my copy, the booklet, is just destroyed. It's like waterlogged. I bought it used off of somebody from eBay. The booklet is like waterlogged. It's just all like a mess, and I always said if I ever see this out again, I'll pick up a new copy to replace that. And there's not much to the booklet, so it seems really kind of foolish, but you know, I mean, it's just one of those things. Some of us are a little weird that way. This was released or reissued by Wounded Bird, who've put out a lot of you know, reissues of CDs or records that didn't initially get released on CD. But this is a really good record. Under the Sun, Moon and Stars on here. Fundamental Reggae, Oh Jamaica, Price of Peace, Born to Win. A lot of good tracks on this Jimmy Cliff record, Unlimited. Next up, a twofer from Daft Punk. This was $14.99, brand new. We've got Homework from '96, and we've got Discovery from 2001. I've been looking for these. I always kind of see them on eBay, used copies. The prices kind of fluctuate a lot. I think it was one of these I picked up not long ago. I bought a used copy of, finally got one fairly cheap used, and when I got the disc, it had the wrong CD inside, so I had like the booklet in the case, but the wrong CD. So that was kind of a bummer. But I've been looking for these two for a while. Like I said, I have never been able to really find them for the right price. And then I saw this there, and it was $15, brand new for the two of them. And I was kind of like, well, it's like $7 more or less for each. You know, which is about, when I see them on eBay used, that's about how much they cost, you know, when all said and done with shipping or whatever. It's usually going to be about you know, $8 or $9. So this seemed like a really good purchase. So let's bust this open. Got the two here. Now I've got to open these up to take a look. So let's do that. We'll start with homework. Okay, homework. Now, if you're not familiar with Daft Punk, I feel like people would be, but if you're not, it's kind of like electronica stuff. This record, I think this is their debut, but I remember the tune Around the World being really, really popular. That was kind of like, I mean, whatever Successful was at the time. I don't know how it did on the charts or anything, but you know, I just remember seeing the video on MTV constantly for that. And here we got the book inside, which kind of goes track by track, little listings. But I'm not familiar. I mean, like I said, I know Around the World, and I don't know that I know anything else on this record. So I'm really kind of interested to kind of dive into their stuff. Like I said, I've been after these for a long time now. Here's my receipt from Atlantic Sounds. Spent $80 there. You'll see why coming up. So now let's bust open Discovery. I did it, finally. All right, so on this one, same thing. I knew like one tune off of this that was really popular at the time, which was One More Time. I remember the video. I think the video was kind of like a anime cartoon sort of thing, if I'm remembering correctly. The video for that. Let's get the booklet out here. Let's see what we got inside. Some more info. Kind of interesting photos, and there they are with their little helmets on. They kind of called it a day not too long ago, and then I think one of them just recently announced like was gonna put out like a solo record maybe or something like that, and maybe I don't know if they finally removed those helmets off their heads or something, but yeah, so happy to have these. Like I said, I'm not really familiar other than those one song on each of these. I'm not familiar with the other stuff, so I'm really looking forward to taking a listen to these. 2013, we got some vinyl. We have The Clash and Hits Back compilation, three LP collection, remastered music on vinyl, 180 gram vinyl, $50. Now, that's a lot of money to spend. I mean, you hear me all the time talking about how I'm trying to not buy vinyl too much anymore. And that's true, but I kind of always get suckered in and buy stuff. But this one I've been looking for. I like The Clash a lot. I have all their CDs. But I kind of, when this came out, I kind of was always like kind of eyeing it up. Like, I think like that's all I would need on vinyl with The Clash. I'd be happy with that. It's a really, really good collection of songs. And I feel like it's got everything that I kind of would want on here, you know, like, and so, you know, I don't really need to buy all The Clash on vinyl. I feel like this covers it for me, you know, and so I'd been kind of eyeing this up on vinyl, kind of had it on my list. I'd see it every now and then. On eBay, I'd take a look and see what the prices were, and normally it was pretty much around this price. I don't know that I ever really found it for anything cheaper. I think one place I maybe found it for a little bit cheaper, but then with shipping, it would have been about $50. So when I saw this there, it was funny because it was one of those things, and I'm sure y'all can fucking relate to this. You know, I'd pick it up, I'd see it, and I'd look at it, and I'd be like, and I'd put it back, and I'd go look at other stuff in the store, and then come back to it and like pick it up again. Like, should I do it? Should I do it? And you know, it's like I had these CDs, and I was like, all right, you know, that's like, I don't know, 20 something I spent. I could walk out of here only spending 20 something. If I tack this on, you know, we're going to like $80, and you know, I just kind of, you know how those things go. 99% of the time, you're just like, you give in and you pick it up, right? You know, it's hard to kind of walk away sometimes when it's something you kind of were looking for and wanted. So So I grabbed it, and it's brand new, you know, so that was a plus as well. So I'm happy I got it. I had no regrets picking this up at all. So inside, let's see what we got. Play loud. The one thing that's kind of a bummer is like a poster included, which is the cover art. If I can think of that. Yeah, it's kind of neat. You know, when you were like a teenager, I probably would have hung this on my wall. Obviously now we just put it back in the case and call it a day. But so the one bummer about this is it would have been cool if there was like a booklet with like some cool liner notes or something like that. Oh, it's on the sleeve, but still like would have been kind of cool to have had like a booklet included in this. But you know, I think these are all just black vinyl. Be careful with these. So yeah, it's just black vinyl on all these, not special. A couple pictures. So there's those liner notes, then there's just some of this stuff here. I think what I read, I don't know where it was. Oh yeah, on here. They kind of based this track listing on here on like a set list from like the '82 tour. I guess this is a picture of a set list from that, but they kind of based this track listing on that. But you know, I can't even begin to, you know, list all these tunes. I mean, if you know the Clash, you're familiar with these. Like I said, it's got all the ones that I would want on here. Just an awesome collection. And like I said, just everything that I would want is on here. So that's why I picked it up. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. I can't wait to get home to throw this on and take a listen to it. You know, just you know, it's such a great band. Only band that matters, right? Or something like that, they used to say. So that's my pickup from Atlantic Sounds. Definitely check them out if you're in the Daytona Beach area. Really cool shop, just, you know, worth checking out and supporting. I got a little card. They have a little like frequent buyer kind of program here. You put like, I guess they stamp your card and X amount of stamps gets you some money off or something like that. They're right there on International Speedway, leads you out to the big racetrack or whatever. But yeah, check them out, Atlantic Sound in Daytona Beach. Let me know what you think of these, if you're familiar with them. If you are familiar with these Daft Punk records, let me know what tracks you dig on them. You know, because I gotta dig into that and really kind of familiarize myself with them. And yeah, let me know what you think of the Clash. And if you've ever been to Atlantic Sounds, I'd love to hear your thoughts on them as well, or how your visit was, or what you picked up. And I'm gonna stop talking now and let you guys hit the stop button if you haven't already. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you another time later.